You're also facing time limit exceeded error for valid perfect square on lead code. Let's watch this. My name is Kalpesh Jadhav. So today we'll be working on finding valid perfect square. What does that mean? If given number is perfect square or not, it means 16 has a perfect square root, that is 4. Again 25 is valid perfect square 5. 27 is not a valid perfect square number, so we need to return a false if such number comes. Okay, so we'll try to write this code by two ways. One would be brute force and one will be binary search. So in a brute force, uh, how we will go to that problem. So let's say 16 is the given number, then we will travel from 1 to 16 to find is the 16 is perfect square or square number or not. But I think we don't have to go till 16 because we actually get the number at 4 only. So in such way, we means any number given, we don't have to travel that number till that number. So if let's say 144 is the given number, then we don't have to travel till 144. If we divide that number by 2, then we just have to go till 72. In the case of 16, we just have to travel till 8. If the given number is 4, then we have to travel till 2. It means we just have to divide the given number by 2 and run our loop till that number. So we'll just write our code in such so let's say okay, so this is the method which will return the given number is perfect square or not. So let's say the for loop, the starting number integer would be 1. We have to travel till the given number is less than equal to by 2, and we have to increment that number by 1. Okay, so if I into I is equal to n, then we'll just return a 2, right, or else return false. So we'll just try to see is the given logic is correct or not. Okay, so we are getting true. If we pass 27, then we're getting false. Yes, so our logic is working. So this is the brute force. So in this case, what is the complexity? The time complex would be square root of big O of square root of n Okay, so this is a quite a big number, so our application might need to wait for a longer time if the given number is really big. Because if you see here, the constant would be, the number would be from 1 to 2 power raised 31 minus 1. So they can pass a very huge number and it might crash our application. So we'll go by the second approach. What is the second approach? Using a binary search. So in a binary search, what we will be doing, the given number, the given range will be dividing into 2. Let's say a given number is 144. If we divide 144 by 2, we'll get a 72. Okay, so now we have the range from 1 to 72. So we'll divide that range into 2 parts. So what is the 72 by 2 is should be 36. Okay, so now 1 to 36 and 37 to 72. So these two parts we have. So we'll first check is the 36 into 36 is greater than 144. If yes, then we'll just we'll divide from 36 into again two parts, like it may be 1 to 18 and 18 to 36. Again the same way 19 to 36. Again the same way 18 into 18 is greater than 144. So yes, then again we have to divide the 18 by into two parts. So 1 to 9 and 9 sorry 10 to 18. Okay, so here in this case 9 into 9 is 81, which is less than 144. So now in this case we have to consider the second part, that is 10 to 18 range. Okay, so this we will divide into two parts again. So finding out the in between number as per the so that is again we have to because at the time of interview it is really difficult to find understand what logic we should use. So it is very simple, just addition of the first number and the last number, and just divide that number by 2, you will get the middle number. So in this case it would be 28 divided by 2, it would be 14. So 14 is the middle number. So 1 to 14 and 15 to 18. So now we have these two range. Now 14 into 14 is greater than 144. Yes, then again divide 10 plus 14 is equal to 24 and divide by 2 is 12. So 12 into 12 is equal to 44. So yes, so we found the square root. It means, so in this logic we will be able to find out the given number is a perfect square or not. So that's it guys, we'll write a code to get this logic done. Okay, we'll just comment this and we'll call this method over here and we'll pass 25. Here we'll pass 144. Okay, so by default we are returning a false. So in this case, so what are the things we need to consider? The first is the left number, that is, what is that number? So 144, that is n by 2. Okay, then right number will be always 1. Okay, so here we'll write a while loop. In this while loop, what we'll write, if r is less than equal to L. Okay, R means the right number, L means the left number, and if the right number is less than left number, then we have to continue as per this logic. So while in interview, just keep in mind what loop we have to use. Here it's quite tricky for writing the for loop. While loop would be serve the purpose and it would be quite more optimized also. Okay, so what are the logic we have to write here? First is finding the middle number. So in this way we will be finding the middle number. So there are two approaches to finding middle numbers. One is the whatever the higher number, just divide by 2 and we will get the middle numbers, but it is quite difficult if we start the number from the middle. So if it is from 1 to 18, it will be very easy, divide 18 by 2 and we will get 9, but if it is from 10 to 18, then this logic will fail. That's why we will be using this logic to get the middle number. So integer mid is equal to r plus L divided by 2. Okay, now we have the middle number. We'll check is mid into mid is greater than given number or not. If it is a greater than middle number, then we'll change the left number to mid minus 1. What does that mean? In this case 72 divided by 36, so we'll change our range to 35 here, and okay, so the next condition would be else if the mid into mid is less than n, then increase the right number, so mid plus 1. So now we have the new range to calculate. Else if mid into mid is equal to n, then return true. Okay, so I think this logic should work. Let's try our logic. 144 yeah, we are getting true, and 145 we getting false. Okay, so I think everyone is clear with the logic, but the thing is, this will fail if we are passing the big number. Like, let's try this with this number. Okay, okay, so we got the false. Now if we check this logic with our previous one, let's see, it is giving true. That means this number is perfect square, but it is giving false. Why it is giving false? Because we have declared this number as an integer. So the integer, the multiplication of the so what is the 106520 divided by 2, what it will give us? Sorry, it will give 53 into 3. It's a big number again, so it is crossing the integer max value limit. Okay, and that's the reason we are getting the minus, and because of this it is not going in proper as per our logic, and it is returning us false. So what we need to do, just change this integer declaration to long and we are good. Okay, sorry. Okay, now let's run our application, and it is giving a true. Okay, so this was the catch. Please keep in mind this these small mistakes used to happen, and we didn't get what is the why it is failing, and because we are at the time we are very nervous, so just think on these small things. Okay, so just for the knowledge, will what is the time complexity of the binary search? So binary search time complexity is square root of big O of big O of sorry yeah, log of square root to the base 2. Okay, so the log of, if we just calculate 1 2 3 4 5 6 square root of, okay, so this is 1000. So if you wanted to find out the by our previous logic, like a brute force, how much times the loop will run? 1000 times. And if we go by a logarithm, our binary search, then log of square root of 10,000, it is 3. So just think how much time we have reduced by just using a binary search algorithm. So that's it, guys. There is another way we can do also by recursion. If you wanted to understand by recursion, just comment below and I will create another video for that. So just to check is LeetCode is accepting our logic or not, just put it here and submit. Okay, so for input 1 we got the wrong. So these are the edge cases we have to consider. So if given number is, edge case is if n is equal to 1, then return true, and I think we should be good. Yes, so it's faster than 100%. So this is the perfect logic whatever you have written. So thank you guys for watching.